They say art never dies, but sometimes art doesn't want to live. Welcome back to the Hollow Files. I'm the Specter Scribe, and tonight we're opening the file number 1, The Crying Boy, Curse of the Burning Portrait. In the early 1980s, British firefighters responded to a series of house fires. Nothing out of the ordinary until they noticed the same detail at every scene. Amid the charred remains and melted possessions, but one item stood pristine, a framed print of a sorrowful, tear-streaked boy. Across the country, dozens of homes burned. Yet, this portrait, mass-produced and unremarkable, survived every inferno untouched by flame. The legend says it began in 1985 when a Liverpool family awoke the smoke filling their living room. They escaped unscathed, but when the fire died down, the only thing left on the mantel was that crying boy, no scorch marks, no sign frame. Local tabloids rang with the headline, "Curse of the Crying Boy." Letters poured into newspapers from terrified owners whose homes had burned around the same print. One reader wrote, "I bought the painting for £5. 2 weeks later, my kitchen was ash, but the boy, he hasn't even dusty." Here's the origin of the painting. The print was created by Spanish artist Bruno Amadio, who painted a series of melancholy children in the 1950s. His works were cheap, cheerful decor, until they weren't. Amadio denied any supernatural link. He said his subjects represented post-war sorrow, but when the fires hit, people began to see something darker. The boy's tears weren't painted. They were warnings. Here's some of the eyewitnesses, starting with Miss Evans. "I was in the garden when I heard shouting. I ran in and the flames were everywhere. I grabbed my son and we got out. When I looked back, I saw the portrait hanging perfect, like it was smiling at me." Miss Evans' home was a total loss. Insurance deemed the cause undetermined, but she insisted the boy didn't want to die. Here's a quote about an expert named Dr. Helen Moore, folklore scholar. "Curse subject legends are a global phenomenon. They often reflect collective fears here. Post-industrial anxiety about domestic safety. The Crying Boy tale tapped into real events, giving people someone or something to blame." Dr. Moore suggests the curse may be a modern myth built on coincidence, but dozens of identical prints surviving infernos that's harder to dismiss. Some investigators visited an abandoned farmhouse in Yorkshire where a simple print was found hanging in the attic. The wood was charred around ear, but the glass wasn't intact. I left a small recorder facing the print. Listen closely. One of the investigators heard that the print said to him, Leave me alone. So, my followers, what do you guys think? Is the story is coincidence, mass hysteria, or real paranormal residue? File number 1 closed, but not forgotten. Next week, we travel to the misty shores of Scotland to open file number 2, The Smiling Man, a stroll in the night turned nightmare. If you believe in curses or just love a good mystery, subscribe to the Hollow Files, leave a review, and share your own curse object stories on social media at the Hollow Files podcast and the Specter Scribe. Until next time, keep your wall free of crying boys.